the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, as tonight we are here with OP Racing Grand National Series as they bring you the Hillbilly 100 presented by Ernie Williams Jr. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. My name is KR Stolfus, and qualifying has gotten underway, and right now these drivers are trying to lay down their best laps of the night. And only one guy can stand atop the leaderboard, and we will see who that is going to be. Steve Karosik in the 027, one of the first ones out of the gate. Sean Stevens in the 027. I'm sorry, in the 27. Steve Karosik, the 027. Ooh, that's going to be a tongue twister tonight. Karosik, Stevens, Overstreet, and they quickly get supplanted by Sanchez and English. So right now, Richard Sanchez on top of the leaderboard. My partner in crime, this is Dawson Wise, driver of the 98 here tonight. Out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Sebastian Marin goes up to the top of the leaderboard at a 50.31. Huge gap here in the super speedway between Sebastian Marin and Richard Sanchez. We'll see if anyone can fill in those spots. Maybe Sebastian Marin cheating. I don't know. No, he's not. He's just that good, ladies and gentlemen. He's that good. All right, here we go. Top 10 drivers have gone across the start-finish line. Dawson Wise moves into the top 5 with a 50.35. And with that being said, we are going to go to the national anthem. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. Hope you all are strapped in tight because this is going to be a wild one. It is our final race in the regular season, and there is only one spot up for grabs. It is going to get wild. Let's get right into it with our starting lineup for the Hillbilly 100 at Daytona, presented by Ernie Williams Jr. Sebastian Marin in the 23. He gets that coveted pole spot. He likes to sit on the pole. He is there with a 50.318 to his outside. That is a 6 of Cody Nagels. Row number 2 going to be made up of the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. and the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Row number 3, Richard Sanchez in the 510 and the 44 of Anthony English. Row number 4, the 98 of Dawson Wise and the 14 of Vicente Guerrero. Row number 5, Eric Laurie in the 071 and the 027 of Steve Karosik. John Stevens in the 27 and David Overstreet for row number 6. Row 7, Jeff Crosby Sr. and Adam Kilday in the 85. Row number 8, the 66 of Bubba Winningham, who has never seen snow, and the 77 of David Booth. Row 9 will be Dana Shepard, who comes into tonight's race to the good and in that final coveted spot with Dave Hunt to his outside. Row number 10, Nate Warren and the 88 of Gabe Butler, the first driver to not take a qualifying time. Nathan Aldrich in the 865 and Lynn McNeese in the 84. Andrew Schroeder and Joseph Fogg make up our final rows here tonight. But as the field makes its way around, lights are out on the nondescript pace car. No one really knows what that pace car is, because it is absolutely a conglomerate of everything. All right, here we go. Green flag about ready to come out. Sebastian Marin in the 23 on the throttle, and away we go once again in the final race of the regular season. One more spot is available. 25 drivers out here. Who is going to make it happen tonight? Sebastian Marin in the 23 gets a good run through turns 1 and 2, has the advantage down the backstretch. Cody Nagels in the 6, right there to the outside, trying to make something happen. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33, pushing hard on the 23 already. We're starting to see these guys work their respective lanes. Marin in the 23, going to lead the first lap of the race here tonight. Caution flag coming out. Gabe Butler, Steve Hoppett, Nathan Aldrich, all in trouble. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to these guys at the tail end of the field. Looked like a check up there. Maybe David Booth in the 77 has a better shot for us. Alrighty, we're seeing some issues here. Let's see if we can't back this up just a little bit further. Contact with Adam Kilday in the 85, the 77 of David Booth. The first caution of the night is out. And that does give us just a moment to look at our race info for tonight's Hillbilly 100. Beautiful night, 71 degrees, 49% humidity, a very light wind. Oh my goodness, what I would not give to live in 71, 49, partly cloudy. That is if you went 2 degrees colder, it would be perfect. But this is our final race for one more spot. We'll show the points here in just a moment. My thoughts are you have to attack. You have got to get after it because you have just one more spot available here for the points to make it into the championship 16. If you win the race and you are just on the outside looking in, that is all you need to do. So it is win, baby, win. Keep in mind our stage at halfway will be the completion of lap 35, and there is one driver available, one fast repair available here tonight. So I did say we were going to take a look at the points, so let's go ahead and look at just how close this is. Dana Shepard comes into tonight's race 21 points to the good. Sean McCara, Lynn McNeese, Steve Hoppett, Bubba Winningham, all out here tonight, all with a shot at winning this race. And not only that, several drivers further down the list, if they pick up the win, they are locked in. So this is why I say win, baby, win. As long as you have hit the minimum race requirements of 11 starts and you win the race here tonight and you are well outside the points, that puts you in. And if you're not Dana Shepard, you get knocked out. Wait, no, Dana Shepard gets knocked out. You get put in. If Dana Shepard wins, he you know what? I really messed that up. We're just going to ignore it. We're going to move on. Pretend I never said anything. I'm going to hide that. Points are hidden. But y'all know what I mean. Hopefully y'all know what I mean. All right, Sebastian Marin in the 23 on the inside of row number 1. Cody Nagels in the 6 to his outside. Then it's the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr., the 44 of Anthony English. That will be row number 2. Row number 3 will be the 40 of Peter DeBorgia, and to his outside, that is the 510 of Richard Sanchez. Lights are out on the official pace car for tonight's race. 25 drivers did take the green flag. And right now, 22 are on the lead lap. Gabe Butler in the 88, sitting on pit road. He is the first car not scored on the lead lap, or he's about to go a lap down, I should say. David Booth, Nathan Aldrich, they are not on the lead lap. And Gabe Butler, I'm not sure if he's going to make it off of pit road in time. Here we go. Lights are out. Nondescript pace car hits pit road. Sebastian Marin, Cody Nagels into the restart zone. Green flag is out, and away we go. Gabe Butler scrambling for all he is worth to stay in front of this field. He is down on the apron. He is going to have to blend in at the tail end of this pack. He will go one lap down. So Gabe Butler, our first car, not on the lead lap. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 has the advantage for the moment down the backstretch. He has the race lead with some help from the 40 of Peter DeBorgia and the extralife.org. Looking like a very familiar paint scheme to people who watch NASCAR. So Peter DeBorgia throwing down a new look here tonight. I think it looks good, looks sharp. I like it a lot. Sebastian Marin in the 23 to the outside of the 33 at Jeff Crosby Jr. New fast lap of the race goes to the 77 of David Boo, and he just turned a 48.737. I do expect to see that time drop here in the next few laps, and before it's all said and done, it'll drop again. Sebastian Marin in the 23. The 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. flash across the start finish line. And Adam Kilday in the 85 picks up the new fast lap of the race at a 46.75. So 25 drivers taking the green flag here tonight, 22 of them on the lead lap. We do have some stragglers behind, but almost everybody is within range of a draft or two. Our lead pack made up of 22 trucks, cars, things. Wednesday nights they run everything. NASCAR. They'll do the ARCA, they'll do the A car, the B car. We're in the B car tonight. No, this. Yeah, B car. We're in the B car. I can't tell. Good grief. Oh, it is what it is, folks. 46.35 new fast lap of the race by the 85 of Adam Kilday. Do want to point out that we have a newcomer, driver of the 876. That is Joseph Fogg. I do believe this is his first start on a Wednesday night. Not 100% sure, but I don't think it's his first race with OP, but it is his first race here on Wednesday night. So good to see Joseph Fogg in that 876 Ward Burton paint scheme. All right, so with all of that being said, our stage ends at the completion of lap 35. And so we have about 13 to, we'll say 13 to 18 lap fuel run. I think we'll see these, well, I know we'll see these guys hit pit road one more time. The question becomes, when do they hit pit road? And I'm going to be honest, I don't know when that call is. Right now, here on Wednesday nights, everyone is kind of, there's no teams on a regular basis. So everyone just kind of shows up. They point at somebody and they say, hey, we're working together tonight. So with that being said, not 100% sure who's working with who. Oh, we got one in the wall. Hold on to it. Dana Shepard in the 43, one of our drivers who was on the cut line. Shepard just 21 points to the good, doing all he can to hold on to that spot. He cannot have a new winner, and he cannot have a bad night. So if he keeps this inside the top 10 and there is not a new winner, Dana Shepard will make it in. But if we have a winner, if Sean McCara, Lynn McNeese, Steve Hoppett, Bubba Winningham, if they come away with the race win, it's all said and done for Dana Shepard. That's why I said earlier in this race, attack, 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 because it is all about winning here tonight for the drivers who are on the outside looking in. Contact down the backstretch. Yellow flag coming out. Big time trouble. Bubba Winningham in the 66 getting collected. Dawson Wise, Richard Sanchez, Andrew Schroeder, all of these guys. Oh, Kevin's finally here. How you doing, Kevin? Good to see you. Talking loud and proud. Thank you very much, Kevin, for being here. Glad to see that you're the only one here tonight. Ginger Parent, for a moment, I thought I heard her say, let's go. Dan Parent said, let's go Dana Shepard. Richie was talking about attack. So, yeah, I'll tell you what, if you guys don't use caps lock, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm the one with the microphone, not you. I can say things like that until OP tells me not to. Because I carry a big stick that is just as big as OP will let me have. All right, let's take a look and see what happened here. Coming off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch, Sanchez sideways, everyone scrambling. Bubba Winningham, Dawson Wise, Andrew Schroeder, all getting a piece of it. Dave Hunt in the 53, not sure what happened there, but it definitely tossed him sideways. Take another look here, and it looks like Hunt bounces off the 027. So yellow flag is out. Peter DeBorgia does not come down pit road. While we have a moment, let's take a look at what happened last week. Peter DeBorgia picked up the race win at Talladega. Jeff Crosby Jr., Cody Nagels, Dave Hunt, Richard Sanchez make up your top 5. Cody Nagels did win the stage. Speaking of stages, these are our stage winners so far this season. Only 2 drivers have won multiple stages. That is Steve Karosik and Vicente Guerrero. They are both here tonight. We'll see if they can add to that list. And we talked about drivers needing to be aggressive. And as we look at the drivers who are hot, these are the guys who have earned the most points in the last 3 races. Peter DeBorgia, Cody Nagels, Anthony English, Dawson Wise, and Nate Warren, all in this list. And would you believe it? All these guys are already locked in. So a lot of work to do for that one and final spot that, as this race started, was held by Dawson Wise. But there are so many people in this race that have a shot at coming away with an upset. And if Dawson Wise can hold on to it, he is going to have to get after it and make sure that he fights tooth and nail for that position. Lights go out on our pace car. The 23 is Sebastian Marin, the 6 of Cody Nagels. These two have been on the front row so far for a majority of tonight's starts. Sebastian Marin started on pole. Cody Nagels started to his outside, and both of them in those same positions once again. Dan Parrott, Kevin Nagels. Absolutely, Kevin. I am completely deaf in my middle ear. I've had too many race cars in the left and right ear, so now I have to, now I have to just hope that you guys talk loudly. Dan? Good. I'm glad I could break that down, because I was shooting at the dark noises in the corner. All right, so here we go. Working lap 17. Gonna get the green flag on lap 18. So if I do some quick math, that is 17 laps in the stage, and I think this is gonna be close on fuel, because keep in mind, if it stays green and we are this close on fuel, you still have to make it to pit road under your own power. So this is going to be a stretch. Here we go. Green flag is out. Sebastian Marin, Cody Nagels on the front row for the restart. Green flag in the air. On the throttle we go, and into turn number 1, they're going to race side by side. Down the backstretch, Cody Nagels has the advantage, has that nose just a little bit ahead of the 23, but as they head off into turns 3 and 4, the 23 gets a good hard shove from the 027 of Karosik, and now they are running 1 and 2 onto the front stretch. Cody Nagels dropping down in front of Sebastian Marin. That leaves the 44 as the new line leader in the outside lane, but watch for Marin to make the move to the outside down the backstretch here. It looks like maybe he is just going to stay committed to the bottom lane, as that outside lane never really built a charge down the backstretch. Do want to point out we still have 22 cars on the lead lap. Gabe Butler, Nathan Aldrich, Richard Sanchez not on the lead lap. New fast lap of the race, that is going to Vicente Guerrero in the 14. He just turned a 46.31. So Vicente looking very good. We have one car down on the inside. That is the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. So Nagels out in front. 23, the 027. And then the 68 of David Overstreet. All these guys single file right now. Makes me wonder if they're going to try and hit pit road. Not sure. I think they're going to try and stretch their fuel. Last time around, he turned a 46.96. Race leader turned a 46.96. His best lap is a 46.94. So Cody Nagels still up on the wheel and getting after it, not trying to save fuel. Not yet, at least. Here comes Anthony English with that run that he has been working on developing for the last 5 laps. So English now has his nose just ahead of the 6. Big wiggle out of the pack down the back stretch, but looks like everyone gonna slot in and we stay straight-ish. Cody Nagels in the 6 has the race lead through turns 3 and 4. Nagels already locked in. He is one of 2 drivers that have multiple wins on the season. The only other driver that has multiple wins, that is Zach Fritsch. He is not out here tonight. And I am curious to know what is going on with the driver of the 12. If maybe he wants to join me in the broadcast booth. Not 100% sure what he's got going on. So we'll see if I can get a hold of him here in a little bit and maybe try and convince him to come and join me in the broadcast booth. But Cody Nagels out in front, Anthony English in the 44 to his outside. They are in a drag race to the start finish line, and that time the 6 of Cody Nagels got it done. I do want to thank you all for being here tonight. I do hope you all enjoy the show that these drivers are putting on for you here tonight. And if you are enjoying it, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Goes a long way to stroke the ego of these drivers. And let me tell you, I am a race car driver myself, and it is all about that ego, baby. You got to walk in, puff your chest out, and say, I'm winning this race time and time again. You have to feed into that. Your fans have to feed into that, because if not, you start to get a little deflated. That's not a good sign. So if you are enjoying the show, please hit that thumbs up for these guys. I do go back through and try and hit those thumbs up as well. Cody Nagels, Sebastian Marin running side by side, just how they started this race. Starting to get a third lane to develop. Andrew Schroeder in the 48 leading the charge along the wall. One car way down to the inside. Didn't quite see who that was. With the 865. That is Nathan Aldrich. He's the second car in the third lane. Joseph Fogg in the 876, third car in the outside lane. Aldrich one lap down, Fogg on the lead lap. So Aldrich trying to get one of his laps back the hard way. But he still has to figure out how to get in front of all of our lap leaders. So he's got to push the 48 clear of the rest of the field and then hope that the 48 drops down to the inside as the 6 of Cody Nagels has a big moment. Had to move down to the inside. The 44, big wiggle going into the corner. They are starting to race very tight to each other to try and come to the end of the stage. Still have a few laps before we get there, but they are really starting to try and get into position, because the more spots you can get now, the easier it is later on. So Nagels in the 6, our race leader. Sebastian Marin in the 23, challenging down the backstretch. Marin gonna get his nose just ahead as they head off into turn number 3. Eric Laurie in the 071, a driver we haven't talked a whole lot about here tonight. He is making his way into the top 5. Oh, and contact with the 68 of David Overstreet. And Overstreet gonna hold on to it. Caution flag does not come out. Let's take a quick look here and see. I mean, the 68 had a big moment there. Looks like he kept it off the wall. Didn't quite get to see everything that happened to him, but he did get shot down to the inside. Looks like he kept it off the wall, got sorted, and put his foot to the throttle. Now finds himself in 19th, but rolling and at speed. And the 44 of Anthony English gonna go around. Caution flag is out. English in the 44 through turns 1 and 2. Got some help from Eric Laurie. Let's take a look at this. The 44 had to check up. Eric Laurie nowhere to go. And now the 44 just chasing that race car. And so yellow flag is out once again. Jeremy Medlock, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Welcome to the Hillbilly 100 presented by Ernie Williams Jr. So yellow flag is out. We're going to take a quick break. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back with our starting lineup, or our restart. There's It's not the end of the stage. It's going to be a one lap shootout. We'll be back for that.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got him 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to take the green flag. The lights are out on our iRacing pacing vehicle. Do want to point out Gabe Butler in the 88 did get back on the lead lap. That gives us 22 cars in this race who are on the lead lap. Nathan Aldrich, Anthony English, Richard Sanchez not on the lead lap. We'll see how this all plays out with a 2-lap shootout to the end of the stage. Here we go, green flag in the air, and away we go once again. Cody Nichols, Sebastian Marin. These two have been out in front for a good chunk of the race. The 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. has been right there with them. Andrew Schroeder in the 48, finding himself trapped down on the inside, third car on that inside lane. But Dawson Wise and Steve Karosik, they have some room to the outside. Will they take the chance and make it 3 wide? Here we go. The flagman getting ready to show them one more time around for the stage. Final lap here in our opening stage. Only one stage break for the drivers here tonight. Cody Nichols out in front, already locked in to the championship. He is still digging hard, trying to get all the points he can. Off of turn number 4, the 23 is Sebastian Marin. Does Sebastian have anything for him for the stage? Doesn't look like it. Dawson Wise trying to do something. But the 6 of Cody Nichols going to win stage number 1. And the only stage we have. And the caution comes out. And the 6 is your stage winner. So for those of you who are wondering, Sebastian Marin, driver of the 23, he does find himself with a race win on the season, but Sebastian Marin not going to meet the minimum race requirement for playoff contention. The 23 only having 8 starts here tonight, and I believe you need a total of 11, so just a few short. Ginger Parent wants to know how many drivers get stage points, and stage points go to the top 10. Stage points go to the top 10. It goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Cody Nichols in the 6. Really gonna have to slow down for the pace car here. So now as everyone comes onto pit road, Cody Nichols, our stage winner, leads this field. Be serviced by the pit crews. So as they get 4 tires and fuel, Cody Nichols, long pit stop for the driver of the 6. Let's see if we can't get a word in with our stage winner. Already locked in, but still trying to steal everyone else's thunder. Cody Nichols, how you doing, bud?
Pretty good. How are you, KR?
Oh man, I'll tell you what, I can't complain. The 6 is out in front, looking very fast, and things are looking good, bud.
Yeah, they definitely are. Still half the race to go. The new damage model is still, I don't know if it's the damage model and how the cars push, or if it's the setup, but the car seems really squirrely right now, so everyone's just kind of fighting it. So just gonna try to play it safe with my teammates, try to stay out front, and just try not to push too aggressively to where, you know, somebody gets hooked and it kills the field.
All right, well, the 6, you know, you already got 2 wins on the season. You're locked in. No pressure for you here tonight. How hard are you going to try and win this race?
Every race I enter, I try to win it, unless, of course,
Heck
I'm trying
yeah.
to push a teammate to the win. So it's going to be just as hard running, you know, this race as if I was going into this race in a must-win situation. I look at them all the same.
All right, man. Well, that's outstanding. You got about half the race left to try and pick up another win, your 3rd one of the season. How do you think your chances are? Because you've been out front for a good chunk of it.
It all's going to depend on the teammates, man. If I got my teammates there with me and we're able to execute our strategy, then I'd say odds are one of us is going to see victory lane. So, you know, that's the mentality. All of us got to stay together.
All right, that is Cody Nagels, driver of the 6. Cody, before we let you go, shout outs, thank yous you need to give.
Yeah, I want to thank you for calling the race. I want to thank Dale Cup, and I want to thank my parents for watching.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our stage winner is Cody Nagels. I should put him in the wrong team, just to see if he can figure out that's what I did. But I won't. All right, so the field's stacked up 2 by 2, side by side. We still have 22 cars on the lead lap. Nathan Aldrich, Anthony English, Richard Sanchez not on the lead lap. We did start 25 cars here tonight. Aldrich, English, and Sanchez all on different laps. Peter DeBorgia in the 40 on the inside of row number 1 to his outside. That is a 027 of Steve Karosik. Dave Hunt, Jeff Crosby Jr. for row number 2 on this restart. And it's Sebastian Marin and David Overstreet for row number 3. Here we go. Pace car down and away. It peels off for pit road. Ooh, the 40 and the 027 trying to get some gamemanship there. Either way, green flag is out. Here we go. Final half of the race. 1 spot up for grabs here tonight. Who is going to do it? On board with the driver of the 43, that is Dana Shepard. He came into tonight's race in the spot that everyone wants to have, and now he just needs to find a way to hold on to that spot. And right now on the outside looking in of a top 10 finish, the Dana, if I had to call a strategy, he's right where he needs to be. Caution flag coming out. Lynn McNeese in the 84 on the pit road. So troubles for Lynn. And Lynn, one of those guys who needed a good run. Must-win situation for the 84. And you can see heavy damage through turns 3 and 4. Looks like Eric Laurie and Richard Sanchez make contact. And Lynn McNeese with nowhere to go. Slams into the 510 of Sanchez. Take another look here. Bubba Winningham in the 66, able to just squeeze through. So caution flag coming out. Race stewards gonna have a field day with this one. I believe the driver who got waved around was the 44 of Anthony English. So he is going to get one of his 2 laps back. So Anthony English now 1 lap down. He's going to peel off for pit road and top off that fuel tank and try and get 1 more lap back. Let's see here. Can we talk to... Yeah, let's pull up the 40. He's not doing a whole lot. He's only leading the race. Peter DeBorgia, got your ears on, bud?
Oh, man. Did you move me up without putting me in the waiting room first?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I was on quite the tirade there. All right. Well, I hope it didn't all get on air. But, yeah, I'm here. What's up, man?
Well, we didn't hear a thing. We weren't paying attention to you anyways.
Okay, good. Sounds good. I didn't want any F-bombs getting on the air.
I'll tell you what, man. You're out in front. Lights getting ready to go out on the pace car. What's it like out there tonight?
Apparently the pushing is the problem. I haven't had that issue. I've either been too far back to notice or wasn't pushing all that hard to stay on the bottom earlier. But we're just rolling. I think we can make it to lap 51, 52, which is kind of right in our pit window. So I didn't really see a need to rush down there and battle with all the middle of the pack stuff again. And I don't know. It's been a fun race with a different mix of guys at the front here. We got a lot of checkered flag guys, Nate Warren and Crosby Sr. up at the front now. So it'll be a fun little bunch to race with here.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what, this 40, new paint scheme, any inspiration behind it?
I just grabbed an old one out of the bucket. Felt like none of the extra life regular looking schemes have done me any good lately. Got turned coming to the flag on Friday or Saturday's race, trying to go for a win in Saturday, and then had a chance to win stage 2 on Monday and got turned in front of the whole field there. So I just I don't know, we grab different random unique paint schemes once in a while, and those seem to be more successful than the extra life one. So here we are.
All right, man. Well, nice job out in front. What'd you say your pit window was? I'm writing it down 50, so I can tell everyone else.
Oh, like 52-ish or so, I think probably gives you enough for a green white or two. 52, 53, but we'll see.
All right, man. Any other things you need to add to it before we let you go?
Thank you in the booth, and thanks everyone for watching. I know the playoff race is getting tight for some guys, so we're trying to be careful around them.
All right, that is the 40 of Peter DeBorgia right now, finding himself out in front for this restart. And get the green flag once again. How is this going to play out? Dave Hunt in the 53 to the outside of the 40, then the 68. David Overstreet, who found himself in trouble earlier, but now has a good recovery effort going on. The 2 of Nate Warren to his outside. Here we go. Pace car down and away. Going to get the green flag. Here we go once again. Lap 44 going to be where we take this green flag. The 40 and the 53 side by side into turn number 1. We still have 22 cars on the lead lap. Despite everything that is happening, we can't seem to get past that 22 car mark. Nathan Aldrich, Anthony English find themselves just one lap down now. Richard Sanchez has gone behind the wall. His night appears to be done. And the 40 of Peter DeBorgia out in front. Here comes the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. And Sr. already locked in. So if one of our 15 drivers who is already locked into the race, who is already locked into playoff contention, wins the race, that is a good sign for Dana Shepard. Ooh, trouble mid-pack, but they hold on to it. So Dana in the 43, as I've said before, just needs to have a solid night here and not have a winner that comes from behind him in the point standings. Crosby Sr., Crosby Jr. running door to door. Steve Karosik all the way up on the third lane. Down the backstretch we go with 25 laps to go. Keep in mind, we will use a green-white checkered if we need it. Trouble into turn number 3. Big trouble this time. It collected several cars as this one came from the front 2 rows. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, who had just won the stage, now finding himself tore up from the floor up. See if we can back this up. Joseph Fogg involved, David Booth, Steve Hoppett, Sean Stevens, Dawson Wise, Bubba Winningham, all these guys getting a piece of it. Go off the nose of Dana Shepard. You see contact there, cars spinning around him, but he is able to get through Dana Shepard into the top 5. Holy cow. Shepard with a lot on the line had to try and work through that. Little bit of contact, so he does have some damage. He is on pit road, but I'll tell you what, there's only one fast repair available here tonight. And as these guys get into problems and as he can continue on, things look better and better for him. Steve Hoppett in the 131, electing to stay out, does not come down pit road. See if we can't get a talk in with the driver of the 131. Steve, you got your ears on, bud? Oh, Steve, I know you're there.
Yes, sorry, mate.
There he is. What's up, Steve?
Well, is that KR, is it?
It is.
Oh, so we're live. Hello to everybody watching.
Well, I'm not dead. At least I don't think so.
Well, I've managed to survive this long too, buddy, so yeah.
Hey, man,
everything's looking up at the moment.
I was gonna say that 131's out in front. What's going on there? Did you
I've got
trying some
enough
strategy?
fuel and yeah, a bit of a strategy. I mean, I'm looking at the fuel load, working out what I need for the rest of the race. And I figure, depending on what happens around me, I might only get away with one more stop. So we'll see how we go.
You think you can do it on one more stop when you're coming down pit road?
Well, there's 21 laps left in the race. I've got 13 laps worth of fuel in the car, so that tells me that I could probably get away with one stop between now and the end. So, you know, I'm going to gamble on it.
All right, man. Well, would love to see you in victory lane, but Dana Shepard don't want to see that. But if you pick up with a win here tonight, you punch your ticket into the championships.
Well, mate, it's something to aspire to, but the simple fact is I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch.
Oh, you have chickens?
Sorry, mate, the spotter spoke over you.
It's all right. I was just being silly. All right, man. Well, good luck to you. Shout outs, thank yous that you need to give.
Yeah, look to you guys for the broadcast, OP for running it. And yeah, pretty much everybody who's keeping it clean so far. That's great.
All right, Steve Hoppett, nice job here, man. Good luck to you the rest of the race.
Thanks, mate. We'll see how we go.
All right, that is the driver of the 131, trying to keep his playoff hopes alive. Gonna have to get a race win to make it happen. Steve Hoppett, Steve Karosik for the front row on this restart. Then it's the 23 of Sebastian Marin and the 68 of David Overstreet. Row number 3 will be Jeff Crosby Jr. and the 53 of Dave Hunt. Those are your top 3 rows for this restart. Lights are out on the pace car. It is going to peel off for pit road here in just a moment. Steve Hoppett, the only driver who did not come down pit road this time, so he is on a different strategy. We're going to see how this plays out for him. Green flag is out. 21 laps to go in the race here tonight. Keep in mind, I say 21 laps to go, that being our regular scheduled distance. We'll see how many laps we end up doing. If we have to, we will use 2 attempts at a green-white checker. Hoppett falling back very quickly. David Overstreet, Sebastian Marin taking over in the top spots. Dave Hunt. Oh, contact Overstreet. He's in trouble. He's going to head for pit road through the grass. We stay green, and the 68 holds on to that race car. And just like that, he goes from first place all the way down to 22nd. Sebastian Marin in the 23, our race leader. Steve Karosik in the 027, sitting in second. And Dana Shepard rounding out your top 3 with 20 laps to go as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. So Shepard now making a move to the inside. He is the line leader down on the inside lane. Can Dana Shepard come away with the race win tonight? and seal the deal. He is out in front. Sebastian Marin challenging hard on the outside lane. Not going to give up without a fight. Through turns 3 and 4. The 53 of Dave Hunt going to try and help out the 43. They are nose to tail down on that yellow line. Oh, and Jeff Crosby Sr. making a hard left, and that was not an attempt to hit pit road. It looked like he got a bump he did not like. Gathers it back in. Starts rolling once again. The 15 on the pit road. Tough break for Jeff Crosby Sr. He's going to need a caution to get back into this one. Just a few laps away from our fuel window opening up. We know Steve Hoppett in the 131 has to make one more pit stop, and here they come. Peter DeBorgia, Jeff Crosby Jr., Vicente Guerrero, all on the pit road this time. So Sebastian Marin, Dana Shepard, Steve Karosik, Cody Nagels, Adam Kilday, all right there. When are they going to come down pit road? The 43 entered tonight's race as the driver that everyone was looking to try and take out because he has that final spot for the playoff contention. When I say take out, I mean like in the points, not in the race. No one's intentionally taking anybody out. "16 laps to go." That fuel window is well and truly open now. We'll see when these guys are going to hit pit road. I don't believe anyone can make it who has not made a pit stop since the drop of the green flag here. Les Levy cheering for Dave Hunt for the race win. Maybe if he cheered a little bit louder, might be able to hear it. Jeff Crosby Sr. did serve a penalty for his spin on the pit road, whether it was speeding on pit road, unsafe entry, whatever they determined. He served that penalty, a 40-second penalty for the driver of the 15. Let's take a look at some of our drivers here. They're at the back of this lead pack. Lynn McNeese in the 84. Down on the bottom, the 53 of Dave Hunt. Down below the yellow line, just ahead of Lynn McNeese, that is the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. To McNeese off of turn number 4, still staying committed to the back bumper of the 48. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, our stage winner. And you can see just how quick your fortunes can change. Peter DeBorgia now the first car, 1 lap down. Steve Karosik, Sebastian Marin, Cody Nagels, Dana Shepard, Adam Kilday, your top 5 as they run. Things are going to change very quickly though. 12 laps to go in this race. And now Les Levy cheering loudly. He says, Mr. Hunt for the win. Good to see you out here, Les. Thank you very much for cheering. Getting ready to see 10 laps to go. 20 cars still on the lead lap. Peter DeBorgia, first car, 1 lap down. Jeff Crosby Sr., who went for the spin, served a penalty on the pit road. He is 1 lap down, maybe even 2 laps down at this point. Joseph Fogg sitting on pit road for the last 14 minutes. Nathan Aldrich, Richard Sanchez out of the race. On the pit road, the 66 of Bubba Winningham. So Winningham gonna have to hit pit road by himself, and he is gonna need some help to make it happen. Les, I'm not sure how to address that, but I have seen Richard Roberts, not here tonight, but I have talked to him recently through here. But I did not suspect that it was out of character. Dave Hunt, David Booth, Steve Hoppett all hit pit road that time with 9 laps to go. So everyone in this lead pack right here, last time they were on pit road was either lap 47 or lap 48. And Steve Karosik is our race leader. Karosik not going to be eligible for playoff contention should he win the race. Let us know no one used the scavenger account, and if they did, they were in character. So nothing has stood out to me. Dawson Wise in the 98, now out in front. Dawson already locked in. Had the race win. Served some time in the broadcast booth here on a Wednesday. Met the minimum race requirements. So you can either do a race or you can be in the broadcast booth. And Dawson won a race and spent time in the broadcast booth. Now with 7 laps to go, I do think these guys are starting to slow down to try and save some fuel. Are they going to try and make it? Are they going to try and make it? Oh my goodness, here we go. If they're slowing down now, they're starting to think about trying to make it to the end. But they should have been thinking about that from the get-go, not with 6 laps to go. Last time around, they turned a 46.89. Dawson Wise best lap at a 46.67. So maybe they're not worried about trying to make it to the end and are going to hit pit road. Yeah, Les, we're getting strung out right now. Steve Hoppett took the green flag for this restart at the front of the field. But now Steve Hoppett is one lap down, and here comes the 98, 027 and the 6 on the pit road. Adam Kilday stays out in the 85. He is going to have to hit pit road. Kilday is our race leader. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, last car on the lead lap. DeBorgia just ahead of him. Jeff Crosby Sr. there in the shot, the 131, as the 85 has a big wiggle. Kilday last on pit road on lap 48, so here he comes to top off his fuel tank. And that should cycle the lead around to the 027 of Steve Karosik. Sebastian Marin on his back bumper. Then it's the 6 of Cody Nagels. The 98 of Dawson Wise. The 84 of Lynn McNeese, who has put together a great recovery after being in trouble here earlier. Got caught up in a very hard impact. Had to burn a fast repair. Here he is battling for a top 5. And the driver that we're all trying to keep an eye on, because he had come into this race in the final spot available for playoff contention. That is the 43 of Dana Shepard. Shepard finding himself in 15th place right now. That pit stop not being very kind to him. He is all by himself, and he is in desperate need of some help to get back into this. Here we go. 3 laps to go. 5 drivers just turned their fastest lap of the race. Business is picking up. Cody Nagels in the 6 out in front. Here comes the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. He's going to try and make something happen. 3 wide. Lynn McNeese contact. He collects Sebastian Marin. Around they go. Plenty of room for Dana Shepard to get it slowed down. We stay green because that was all happening down below the yellow line. No yellow flag yet. I do think it should have been thrown there, but they're going to try and let this one play out. Cody Nagels in the 6. The 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. side by side. 2 laps to go. Sean Stevens in the 27 trying to gather up some speed. Sebastian Marin on the pit road. He had to get there by a tow truck. And so not a good call, in my opinion, to not throw the yellow flag as far as the rules are. But holy cow, did this really shake everything up. Entertainment value is off the chart. Dawson Wise trying to come away with the race win. All we have to do is get to the white flag, and then we will not see any sort of extra laps. Dawson Wise, Cody Nagels, teammates here tonight, side by side at the line. A white flag is in the air. Here we go. Final time around. Dana Shepard in the 12th place right now. Wise, Nagels, side by side off of turn number 2. Dawson Wise in the 98, big wiggle coming off of the corner. He's down to the inside. That leaves Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33. Out in front, Nate Warren in the 2. Looking for the race win. Jeff Crosby Jr. Can he hold them off? And Crosby Jr. is going to pick up the race win. Nate Warren second, third goes to Cody Nagels. And this one, it's a little too soon to tell. I'm looking at points, doing some quick math, but I do believe Dana Shepard was able to hold on to it. Don't hold me to it though. I think Shepard is in. But our race winner is the 33. As the 33 starts to celebrate the race win, I'm still trying to do a quick look here. And I do believe Dana Shepard got through. Dawson ended up in 10th and the 33 burning it down. Jeff Crosby Jr. winning the first time this season in the final race of the regular season. Those bonus points going to be very nice for him. Let's pull him up and see about getting a quick word in with the race winner. First time this season, that 33 into victory lane, man.
Holy crap, KR, we did it.
Oh, I didn't do anything. You did all the work, not me.
Got a point. Man, it was awesome. I definitely owe everything to Nate there. He stuck with me. He could have definitely made a move there. Man, last few laps were kind of crazy. I didn't know what was going on with the leaders there. I didn't know if they needed to pit. Obviously they needed to pit, but wasn't sure how it was going to end up whenever they came out. So it feels good to be back in victory lane.
All right, man. Well, you locked yourself in earlier tonight, or I should say last week, with your points finish. By points alone, you got locked in. So with you winning this race here tonight, you really didn't become an upset. So, you know, this win is important for you. But more importantly, how many points did you get for the playoffs for this?
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to shape out. I still think I'm not going to be the point leader coming into the playoffs, but it's definitely extra momentum. It feels good getting that extra momentum going into the playoffs. It's been a while since I've won. I think it's been since, I don't know, October or something like that, since last year. So it feels pretty good. We're going to take this win, and we're going to do what we can, and man, I feel like I've been in the Final Four the past 4 or 5 seasons, so we'll just continue to keep doing that. That's the goal.
All right, man. Well, final time shout outs, thank yous here in this regular season.
Yeah, definitely want to give a shout out to you in the broadcast booth. I know you do a lot up there, and appreciate all the kind words that you do, turn 3 especially. Everybody in Team 3 tonight, definitely want to give a shout out to Nate Warren there. Like I said, he could have definitely taken the win there, but he decided to stick with me. I know he's locked in for the playoffs. He's definitely going to be one of those drivers to look out for in the playoffs. Anybody that's watching still, appreciate you guys, and let's get it. It's playoff time.
All right, that is your race winner. First time this season that the driver of the 33 has picked up the race win. Now, I do want to see what the driver of the 43 has to say, because I think this is a big moment for the 43. Dana Shepard, you got yours on, bud?
Hey, I got you. How are you?
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm doing just fine. Don't hold me to it, but I think you made it into the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm looking at some things here. I think I'm pretty safe. I had to finish ahead of a few guys, and I believe I did.
The way I see it, you did finish ahead of everybody you needed to. We didn't have a first-time winner, or I mean, we did have a first-time winner, but he was already locked in by points. So I think you're in, bud.
Yeah, that feels pretty good. My first season here on Wednesday nights, and that's my goal, was to make the playoffs.
Well, now that you're in, what is your plan for tackling the rest of this season and trying to advance to the next round?
I think my plan is to find some of these guys like Cody and them that can really work me towards the front. Try to stay with that lead pack. And riding in the back can be dangerous. So I think being up front might be the way to go.
All right, man. Well, you had the fan base out cheering loudly for you here tonight. So before I let you go, you better make sure you give a whole lot of shout outs and thank yous.
Well, yeah, of course, got to give a shout out to all the family watching right now, and to EEP doing all the paints, and my wife's here with me. We're trying to keep an eye on how things are going, and it's been a pretty good week this week. I just won a championship on Monday night, and now I made the playoffs tonight.
All right, man. Nice job. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you battling for that championship trophy at the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, thank you very much. Have a good night.
That is the driver of the 43, Dana Shepard, getting it done in a final spot. He locks in that final spot here tonight. But now let's move on to the driver who finished in second place, and that is none other than Nate Warren in the 2. Nate, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you bring this one home in second place here tonight. A very solid run to wrap up the regular season. You'd already locked yourself in, but now you just earn a few more points, a little bit more momentum to kick off your playoff battle.
Yeah, we been running pretty good past few weeks. Just end up in the situation where I'm, pushing a friend to the win. If I tried to get selfish, it wasn't going to go well. A la Brad Keselowski a couple weeks ago. That's how it is. That last caution, I dodged it and was going through the grass, and Jeff was ahead, and he gassed it up, and we both meatballed each other, and well, we ended up we don't want to.
I'll tell you what, man, that too is, you were up front for like 99% of this race, so you looked very fast all night long.
Yeah, it's fun. I was talking to Cody, a little spoiler alert, and he's talking about wanting to do the next gens for the playoffs, which I'm excited for. I like him a lot, and let's see if some of these boys can drive them straight.
All right, man. Shout outs, thank yous you need to give for the second place finish.
Shout out to the veterans, man.
All right, well, there you go.
Korea, Nam, all of them. They're important.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Nate, for taking the time to talk to us. And, man, we look forward to seeing you make it into the next round.
Hell yeah, baby. Later, man.
That is Nate Warren, driver of the number 2. Now let's move on to our third and final step of the podium here tonight. A driver who had a very solid run all night long. The 6 of Cody Nagels, 2 wins on the season, locked himself in very early on, but it didn't matter. He still tried to win this race. Cody, you got your ears on, bud?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what, you brought this one home in third place. A very solid car all night long. Tell us a little bit about what happened out there tonight.
I think at the very end, it looked like Steve was even center on Dawson. It's just something with the new damage model, and these cars, they act like they're pushing a little bit different. I don't think he gave them a bad push at all. It was just, I felt like I was going to have a really good look at the race, and then when the bottom lane kind of died out after Steve and Dawson got loose, it kind of spelled the end for me, because I couldn't block them all. So I was just going to go up the track, try to run them up the track and buy myself some time for Steve to get up there. But ultimately I just ran out of space, and I had to take home P3, which is perfectly fine. I'll save my 3rd win of the season, hopefully, for the playoffs. And I've kind of had my eye on my 10th, because I'm sitting at 9 OP wins right now, and I've kind of had my eye on the 10th one. So I've been running really, really hard, and I've fell short of it about 2 or 3 times already. So I'm just going to keep driving up front and put myself in position, and hopefully in the next week or so I'll get that 10th win.
Well, man, a solid run here to bring you home in 3rd place. You know, I already mentioned it, 2 wins on the season, locked yourself in very early for playoff contention, and 3 races to go for the next round. How do you feel your chances are of getting through it?
Again, just like earlier, in my earlier interview, I think it all comes down to the help I have at the end. I felt like, you know, in this race that if I would have had the correct help there at the end with my teammates being there, you know, Dawson or myself would have won the race. It ultimately just comes down to, can you execute as a team? And if you can, then you put yourself in position. If not, you leave yourself, you can do everything right, and you're still going to leave yourself vulnerable to the drivers around you.
All right, man. Well, one more time, final shout outs, thank yous before we let you go.
Yep, as always, thank you, KR Turn 3, for putting on a great broadcast for Monday and Wednesday. I want to thank all of Dale Cup. We're kind of like merged, Limitless and Dale Cup merged mid-season because we were both shorthanded. And I mean, we've picked up pretty seamlessly because all of us have ran together before. So been fantastic running with those guys. And then I want to give a shout out to my parents for always watching and supporting me with everything I do, from softball to bowling to even this little video game that we all love. So everyone that I share it with, you know, I have an absolute blast in OP, and let's just keep on chugging along. And I think the playoffs are going to be not only competitive, but they're going to be a lot of fun.
All right, man. Nice job bringing it home on that 3rd and final step of the podium here tonight.
Thank you.
That is Cody Naegels, driver of the 6. Nice job, Cody, on getting that one wrapped up. Now, speaking of wrapping it up, let's go ahead and go through the rest of our race results. Jeff Crosby Jr., Nate Warren, Cody Naegels are podium finishing drivers, but then the surprise 4th place finisher of Gabe Butler. What a recovery he did to make it into the top 5. Steve Karosik rounds out your top 5. Dave Hunt in 6th, Andrew Schroeder 7th, 8th going to Eric Laurie, Vicente Guerrero 9th, 10th going to Dawson Wise, Dana Shepard 11th, 12th Lynn McNeese, David Booth 13th, 14th Adam Kilday, Peter DeBorgia in 15th, 16th place goes to Bubba Winningham, Steve Hoppett from Mad Dog Racing ending up in 17th place, Anthony English in the 44 and 18th, 19th going to Sebastian Marin, the first car 1 lap down, Jeff Crosby Sr. 20th, 21st Sean Stevens, David Overstreet 22nd, 23rd Joseph Fogg, Nathan Aldrich and Richard Sanchez rounding out your 25 car field here tonight. So with all of that being said, guys, thank you very much for joining me here tonight. Make sure you tune in next week as we kick off our 6-7 race sprint to the end of the season to crown a champion. So until then, y'all stay safe and have a great night.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.